5 lights on ahead of the drivers, and the Japanese Grand Prix is underway, and Kaliantovic with a great start is already defending his position clearly into turn 1. Rio Harris goes through in second place, and there's Jake Flood potentially challenging on the inside. There's potential contact as well with the Mercedes as Mythos Speed slips through on Danny. Then there's Vasilenko, who's made a great start, up into 6th position already. Senor Ghosts following suit in 7th, then Jarvis Coyd in the Alpine. But it's Julian Kaliantovic who's leading on the opening lap of the Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, going wide. Mythos Speed's potentially getting challenged as well. Mythos Speed, Jake Fluck and Rio Harris wheel to wheel. Ferrari's having battles. Jake Fluck in 2nd place now. Jake Fluck super close to his teammate now, who started on pole. Jake Fluck started in 3rd. Jake Fluck looking to get into the lead of the race that he held for so long last week. And he's going to go around the outside comfortably. And Jake Fluck takes the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix. What we'll just quickly see into turn 1. Senor Ghosts down the inside, getting past Slava Vasilenko. Wheel to wheel. Whoa, locking up Dropux and Rambo looking to get around the outside. And he's into 10th place. Dropux locking the rear tyres and spiralling out of control there. And Rambo able to take advantage. Kaliantovic has been dropped out of DRS by Jake Fluck. Has he got the ERS to get it back? Jake Fluck with 60%, Kaliantovic with 8%. Is Jake Fluck going to let him back in? I mean, he's managed to get back in, I think, so must have done something there, because Julian seems to be wobbling as well on the exits and is running out of ERS quickly. And Harris is still right there, very close to Mythos Speed now. Potentially Danny's actually might have a look here down towards turn 1 on Rio Harris. Rio Harris defends the inside sharply, and Danny's going to have to saw around the outside. Rio Harris later on the brakes, Danny onto the curb. Danny now still behind as Vasilenko gets past Mythos Speed. So Mercedes now running 4 and 5 in the race. Mythos Speed's tyres really are not in good shape. He might have to make an extra pit stop potentially, and no one able to challenge him. The 2 behind, they're constantly on their ARS, having to try and stick with him. Julian getting out of shape, I believe. There wasn't any contact there, I don't think. I was looking at another screen, but I just saw him spiraling there, or just locking up potentially. Actually, tyre wear though, his tyre wear is actually better than Jake Fluck's. With Jake Fluck peeling into the pits from the race lead, and now this is when Rio Harris wants to go for a move. Julian using the ERS, defending back onto the racing line, goes in a bit wide. Rio Harris, this could allow the opportunity, but he doesn't want to cost himself too much time by doing this. So in the end he backs out, but Jake Fluck will be getting a fresh set of tyres on. He'll be potentially able to break away. The Haas cars though peel out just ahead of Jake Fluck, and this is absolutely not what he wants to see as he just comes out of the pits. And now he gets greeted by Striker Boy, by Charlotte Perkins, who have just been running their own race for a while. They're a couple seconds back from Rambo now. And Jake Fluck's going for a move on Striker Boy to the inside. And he gets it done. And well, he needed that. He's got Perkins next. Potentially go for Perkins at the hairpin if he's really feeling daring. He's going to look for it. Potentially sneaking up the inside, does contact with Perkins and Jake Fluck. Oh, dearie me. Jake Fluck pitting and being right, battling with the Haas cars. Jake Fluck, no wing damage. He's going to go to the inside of Spoon Curve. He forces his way through on the Haas, and he picks up wing damage because of that. And Jake Fluck's comfortable position in the race lead is going to be under threat now. because Jake Flock is battling with Charlotte Perkins, and Jake Flock has put Charlotte Perkins into the wall. There's going to be a safety car here on lap 13. And oh my word, what on earth is going on there? Senor Ghosts, what is going on there? Collision with Striker Boys, people 10-second penalty. Rio Harris with a clear lead, he's caught them all out, he's got over a second gap. Running down the main straight now, so he's been caught out. Danny going to be all over the back of Julian here. Safety car is withdrawn as we start lap 16. 12 laps to go. Danny, there's a yellow green now. Senor Ghost coming in to make a pit stop. Danny getting out of shape, almost losing the back end of his car. And Alex ahead of Jake Flock, the Racing Bulls. Getting by. Vasilenko now close to Jake Flock as well. Danny's Vart up the inside and taking second place. What's Alex doing? Wheel to wheel with Jake Flock. Alex dropping down the order. Alex getting out of shape, making contact with Jake Flock most likely down there at the final chicane. And he was looking for such a promising result. There's still time to fight back. Jake Flock and Vasilenko wheel to wheel. Turn 3 and 4. Vasilenko just inching ahead of the Red Bull. And now into 4th place. Ahead of the driver, 2nd place in the World Championship. Going into this second round of the season, having picked up a 2nd place in that opening round, funnily enough. And Mythos Speed now having a look. The 2 damaged cars going wheel to wheel. Jake Flock passed by another one. Now down to 6th. So, Parker. Oh, wing flying off. Wing flying off. I think that might be Alex with wing damage as well. Alex. Both Racing Bulls with wing damage now. Parker as well with more wing damage on his car. He already repaired some earlier on in the race. Striker Boy getting overtaken, I think, by Dropbox. Senor Ghosts taking the fastest lap now. Oh, Flock. He's gone wide. He's onto the grass. And what is going on now? He's being passed by everyone. And Jake Flock seems to have given up on this. He'd been overtaken by the Racing Bulls. The Alpine already getting past the Williams as well. Just quickly check the damage for Flock. Mainly that front wing, I think. Not seeing any more damage. Mythos Speed scything round the outside as Parker as well going past Coyd. Dropbox getting the move on Flock. And Flock almost out of the points now. Danny comfortably within the DRS now of Rio Harris. And he's going to be having a go potentially down into turn 1. The hard tyres will be working better than the mediums eventually in this race. And now he's in the slipstream, but he's not quite close enough to make a move on this occasion. Dropbox getting a move on Rambo, who just tucks in behind the other Alpine of Jarvis Coyd. Having a look, he's not got a lot of ERS remaining. Striker Boy, there's wing damage, there's both end plates gone, there's more contact. Striker Boy and Jake Flock making contact. There's loads of lag between the pair of them. And Striker Boy has lost his whole front wing they had previous in this race. And it's round 2 now. But Danny is so close to Rio Harris. Now, the run down to 130R. And the last chicane he's gaining. Is Rio Harris going to try and force him to overtake before the DRS detection? Is there DRS gains? I think that was the DRS detection which we've gone by. Perkins out of the race with Flock. There's a safety car. Who would have thought it? Nobody would have thought that was going to happen. I mean, surely not. The front of the field, Danny will be leading them away. How long is he going to wait to light up those rear tyres? I'm sure he's going to get the temperature into them now. Oh, he's into the grass. It's a terrible restart from Danny. And already Rio Harris is going to pull alongside down towards turn 1. There's wing damage in the background. I think that's the Racing Bulls of XR Rambo. Rio Harris goes wide into turn 1. But Rio Harris Doesn't go as wide as Danny, who's losing many positions. He's onto the grass. There's probably a huge accident. He's off. He's off. And into the wall for the race lead. Just a few corners ago to falling out of the points for Danny, the Mercedes driver, into unlucky 11th place now. The only place not getting points today out of those who are finishing as it stands. But Rio Harris is leading this race. Danny has retired from the race. He doesn't have DRS as it stands because that will be enabled for the next lap. Wheel to wheel into turn 1. Vaselenko and Parker making contact, and also now slipping through is XR Rambo. Wheel to wheel with Vaselenko still, and Vaselenko is just out ahead. And now the XR Rambo is getting passed by Jarvis Coyd, and XR Rambo is onto the grass, and that's going to cost him a place to Senor Ghosts as well in the Aston Martin. Looking to pick up his first points for the Silverstone-based team. Mythos Speed wheel to wheel into the hairpin. He's going round the outside, and he'll get the traction just about, gets allowed the space on that curb, doesn't quite get forced onto the grass. And it's a Ferrari 1-2 as it stands with just 2 laps to go when they next cross the line. Kalian Tovic reduced now to 3rd position. He started on pole. Mythos Speed with that wing damage still, rising from 5th place at the start. Now it is in 2nd. Also Parker into 4th for Williams. It's an unbelievable position for them to be in. Alpine also fighting up here with dropbacks. Coyd's not too far behind. Vaselenko's going for a late dive to the inside, Sergio Perez style, on Lewis Hamilton, and he tries to dive up the inside, but in the end Coyd now might actually be having a look up the inside. Into Spoon Curve, wheel to wheel, they go. And the Mercedes runs wide and is still there as Coyd just about inches ahead. And he's ahead going into 130R, but they're going wheel to wheel. Will one of them back down? There's about a lap and a couple of corners to go before the end of this race. They're wheel to wheel still through 130R and still into the final chicane. Coyd just inching ahead. Vaselenko goes slightly onto the curb. Can Senor Ghosts profit now from this? He's gaining in the slipstream. Also Coyd is now under pressure from Vaselenko. Ghosts goes through on both. Vaselenko around the outside on Coyd, and still now around the outside. And Ghosts just behind Vaselenko. Coyd now down to 8th place. We last saw a Ferrari 1-2, maybe in Season 3. Definitely not in Season 4 or Season 5. But in Season 6, Ferrari are almost at the finish. It was Red Bull who had the pole. They started from it with Julian Kalian Tovic. Rio Harris started on the front row for Ferrari. Jake Flug with many incidents after looking like he had controlled the race from the start to the middle point of the race, but Rio Harris stuck with it all the way and now rounds the final corner to win the Japanese Grand Prix and set the fastest lap on the very final tour. He wins it from Mythos Speed, making it a Ferrari 1-2. Julian Kalian Tovic with a debut podium after starting from pole position. In 3rd there for Red Bull.